Recording. Welcome to the weekly Team Achieve call. Thank you guys for being on the live call. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about stuff that's just been kind of on my mind this week. Two things. I should say three. Number one is attracting people. This is all based on the Super Saturday video. So hopefully if you did not make it to a live Super Saturday, you actually caught the video. If you have not, go into your back office under events, which is under news and training, and you should see the video in there. If not, go onto the Beachbody video YouTube channel, and they usually post it there too. So attracting people was a huge topic, and that was probably one of my biggest takeaways that I had from that video. So I want to retouch on that again. Rise and grind mentality. Many of you have probably noticed I've been using the term rise and grind a little bit more, and there's a reason behind it. Number three is going to be something I've been doing this last almost week and a half since I got back from the trip, really. And it's really helped me get more, not necessarily structured, but it's helped me be more productive with my stuff. And it's just a basic ideas list. So diving into it, attracting people. This is a big one. And this is why I took so much out of the Super Saturday video, because especially as a coach of 5 years, I've gone through transitions and different things throughout my business. And you get to a point where you almost forget that you are literally attracting people to you, because you get kind of caught up in, we're running a business, we sell product. So you kind of get caught up in that sometimes with the Success Club points and the commissions and all that stuff. It's easy to have that mindset of, okay, I need to go out there and get these people in so I can sell them product, right? So when they brought up the attracting philosophy in the video, it really made me think back to when I first started as a coach. I literally had no idea what I was doing. We did not have challenge packs. We did not even have Shakeology at the time. All we had was really P90X and Insanity and a few other programs before all the big stuff came out. And before then, I literally would just get on video on YouTube, and I would do my workouts, and I would talk about my success and my struggles with the workouts and that kind of stuff. And I would literally just do that pretty much at least 3 to 5 times a week. And through that, I never really had to reach out to people, because people were always coming to me with questions and wanting me to coach them. And so I feel like me personally in my business, I kind of lost touch with that. And so if you watch the transition of my videos from 3 or 4 years ago to the last 2 years, it's been kind of just all Beachbody specific stuff. So product releases, or I would get on video and try to say, okay guys, new challenge group coming up. But I kind of lost touch with what originally got this whole thing going for me, which was attracting people to me. So that's why I love that segment of the Super Saturday video. And I've actually watched it like 3 times now, because you take something different out of each time. So again, if you have not watched that video, this is one of those key important tasks that you should be doing as a business owner, right? You should be informed on your own business. So that includes the Super Saturday events. If you can't get to the live one, watch the recording the second it's out and take notes. So when it comes to attracting people, pretty much my number one thing is, we always hear about go out and talk to people, right? To build the business, you have to go out and talk to people. I'm going to switch that up for now on, because I was thinking about this a couple days ago. Shout out to Tom. Him and I were talking a little bit about this yesterday. When you leave your house, or if you hop on Facebook and start chatting with people, if you had the mentality of, I need to talk to people to get them plugged into my business, it's going to come off that way, right? You're not going to be 110% yourself and sincere. So I'm switching that up to go out and make friends, because that's essentially what we're doing, right? You're not just going out looking for a sale. You are looking to surround yourself with amazing people who are like-minded, right? And I thought about that because I had a moment of reflection a few days back, and I just looked at my Beachbody business, and I realized my coaches, especially those around me, my coaches and my customers, I've made some of the best friends I will have in my lifetime because of Beachbody. I mean, my own coach, Jason, flew out here. He was a groomsman in my wedding, because we built that relationship. I've built some of the most amazing friendships and connections through this business. And so it got me thinking, instead of focusing on okay, how am I going to go out and talk to people? We all want more friends, right? As far as quality friends, we all have friends that, they don't give a crap. We want quality friends in our life. So literally make that your number one goal. Just surround yourself and plug yourself into a community. Make friends. Because when you make that friendship, it's natural to get to know each other a little bit more. So you're going to bring up the Beachbody business you're involved with, and you're going to build that trust and relationship. And when their time is right, remember, it's all based on their goals and their timing. When their time is right, they're going to know who to come to. I've had several people over the last couple of years that maybe we had one or two conversations and they stayed on my Facebook, and randomly, whenever they're ready, they reach out to me. I just had an old coworker from the spa I worked at, and I haven't been there for almost a year. We really haven't talked a whole lot since then, but she knew me because I built that relationship when I was there. She already knew who to come to when she was ready to take action with her life, with her nutrition, all that kind of stuff. So she reached out to me and she got on board. Same thing with, old high school friends. I literally just had a high school friend that I haven't talked to since high school, but she's been following my Facebook, and because of the connections that we had in the past, she already trusted me. She knew I was legit. She reached out and she just bought 2 challenge packs because I attracted that. I didn't have to reach out to her. So this is where the whole attracting people comes into play. It's not always about you going out and talking to people and you going out and putting in the work and you going out. If you focus on yourself and give people a reason to be attracted to you, they will come to you naturally. For those of you who have done YouTube videos, maybe you've had random people comment on there or even message you and say, hey, I've been following you for a while, even Facebook too. I call them ghost followers. You guys have heard that before. Kaylee was a ghost follower. She added me to Skype years ago, and we never really chit-chatted, but she followed me. And because I attracted her based on what I was doing with my life, and I just shared my story, she came to me and said, hey, I'm ready for this. I didn't have to reach out. I didn't have to put in that extra effort. It just came organically, which is it's one of the best feelings when you have people coming to you for help instead of you feeling like you're out there pounding the pavement every day trying to get people to join you, right? Because we get caught up in that mentality. So this is where you can kind of switch your thinking a little bit. And, this has been helping me out a lot this week. It's actually just made working this thing kind of a little easier because I'm getting back to my roots, what got me going with this. I started by attracting people to me. Now, how do you get people to be attracted to you, right? People are attracted to typically non-normal people because this is where it's not just coaching, it's in life. People, for whatever reason, think that they're weird, especially introverts. I came from being a hermit. I know exactly what that mentality is. I know that mentality of people asking you what's wrong all the time. Are you okay? Why are you so quiet? We're introverts, and I'm still naturally an introvert. If I'm in a surrounding I'm not comfortable with, I'm in shutdown mode. I'm a hermit again. And that's just, it comes naturally. So moving forward with this, people think that they have to be normal to fit in, right? But why would you want to be normal? I'll go back to a reference I used a while ago, and you guys probably remember this one, Dawn at least. If you're driving by a cow pasture and all you see is hundreds of cows, right? There's no reason for you to pick one particular one out, is there?
I want to be a purple cow.
Yeah, that's right. There's no reason why you're going to be attracted to any one of them. But if you're driving by a pasture of hundreds of cattle and you see a purple one, you're going to stop and go, whoa, that's a purple cow. Be that purple cow, guys. We are in this business to be weird. And be weird means be yourself. For me, I am a little bit spazzy and here, read that one.
I know, it's too blurry. I'll post it in the group.
Awesome. Yeah, do that. I'm a little bit spazzy. I'm quiet. I'm shy. I'm outgoing. I'm energetic. I'm all over the place depending on my mood, and I don't really hide it. I just go with whatever mood I'm in, right? So you have to ask yourself, number one, why should people follow you? And this is stuff you can literally be writing down right now. whether you're on the live call or you're watching a recording. Why should people follow you in your posts, whether it be video on YouTube, Facebook postings, or if you do a blog? Why should people even follow you? If you are the exact same as all the other coaches, if you have a potential lead, why would they choose you over another coach? These are unique qualities about you that are going to be your attracting qualities. So ask yourself, why would people follow you? Number 2 would be, how do you differ from other coaches? And number 3 is, what makes you unique? What separates you from the crowd? What makes you that purple cow, right? Last one on this topic of attracting is share what attracts. Once you kind of make this little list about what sets you apart, what makes you your own style of coach, you have to find out what type of value are you giving out to people that's attracting them, and do more of that. I found out within the last month or 2 that I do these posts where it's not even Beachbody specific. Sometimes it's not even fitness or nutrition related, but I post about just living life, knowing that you are blessed, counting your blessings, putting on a smile. A lot of it's all based on mentality and attitude, mindset and attitude. That's a lot of stuff I post about. And I found that when I post those, some of them I can go off on tangents too. I mean, sometimes they should be a blog post, right? So I post these and I noticed those got the most likes out of all my posts. I can go back and post even my P90X before and after pictures. I can post all this kind of stuff and it may only get 20 or 30 likes. But if I post something about mindset and I'm just cutting out all the BS, I'm just being real and raw with people, those things get 50, 60, 70 likes sometimes. So you want to find what value are you giving out in postings or videos or whatever you do. You have to pay attention to what value are you giving out that's getting the most feedback, because that is what your Facebook, especially Facebook, that's what your Facebook followers want to see more of, is that quality content that you're giving out. If you want to take a poll, even post it on your Facebook. Hey guys, I just want to do a quick post and ask you, what type of postings do I do that most inspire you? See if you get any feedback off of that. Now, number 2, this has been my new mentality, especially after I saw the Art Williams Just Do It, or Do It is what it's titled. So if you have not seen that, go into Team Achieve, scroll down a little bit. I posted the video in there. The accent, if you're from North, the accent's going to be a little hard to get around, but listen to the message. Really, seriously, just cut off all distractions, be in the moment, and listen to that message. Because when I listened to that thing, it seriously just took my mentality from here to here. And especially the last couple of days, I just feel like I've been on my A game. And this comes down to my new kind of catchphrase or quote that I'm trying to get into is rise and grind, especially if you want to be a morning person. For those of you who have been following me for a while, you know that I hate mornings. I'm learning to love them now. And believe it or not, I used to sleep in till like 9 o'clock. You would not catch me up before 9 o'clock my time. And I want to go to bed till 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. We know how that goes. But ever since getting back from the trip and I've been on my new schedule, it's funny how I have more time freedom now to sleep in, but I've been sleeping in less because of my mentality. Because I know that to make this all happen, my dream board, I can't be sleeping in. I have to get up and I have to be passionate about what I'm doing. So that's where I came up with Rise and Grind. It's based on just a motivational YouTube video I found. So number 1 thing, wake up with passion. Just like the post I put up pretty much right before, it's about an hour ago. God woke you up this morning. He put air in your lungs. He opened up your eyes, which means He said, I'm not done with you yet. You have a purpose. You have a reason I woke you up this morning. Think about how many thousands of people didn't wake up last night. You woke up for a reason. Why would you wake up in a groggy state of mind and take hours to actually get yourself going and excited for the day? I don't know what it was, but ever since I've been home from this trip, I've been waking up actually early. For me, early is about 6 or 7. I have not slept in past 7:30 since I've been back. You have to wake up with the mentality of rise and grind, baby. That's literally what I've been telling myself the last 2 weeks. The second my alarm goes off and I want to hit snooze so bad, guys, it's not easy. It's a struggle when you first start to wake up early. But when I hit that alarm and I turn it off, I literally tell myself, rise and grind, baby. You got work to do. I pop up out of bed before my body knows what the hell is going on, because for me, as long as I'm up and moving around for about 5 minutes, I'm wide awake. But if I lay in bed and keep hitting snooze, we all know how that goes. You just keep pushing it further and further until you have no choice but to get up like, oh crap, I'm going to be late for work. I did that for years, and no longer will I do that. Along with this rise and grind mentality, also have the mentality of just do it. I did a bigger post about this a couple days ago. If you want to go back and look at that, posted in the team group too. I especially have been so guilty of procrastinating everything. We are all guilty. We're human. So when I saw the Do It video by Art Williams, you literally just have to follow what he says. And for me, I use it in the Beachbody sense. So anytime I think I want to do this or I should do this, I write it down on a list and I put a date next to it. That date is a deadline that it's due. Especially in my position now, some of you are in a similar position. It is so much harder to be productive when you don't have a boss to tell you what to do. When you sit at home, I literally can sit at home 7 days a week, and I have an Xbox, I have computer games, I can be on these things all day long, which I used to spend 10 hours a day. That's not even exaggerating. I was a video game addict in the past. And now, ever since I saw that video, I'm making what I call an idea list, and this is bullet point number 3. Because we all have points where you get inspired by something, whether it be a video or if you are just out driving or something. And this is why I'm a big fan of these notepads, right? I keep one in my car because for whatever reason, I think about stuff when I'm driving. Obviously, don't write and drive. Don't text and drive. But what I recommend if you are driving, actually just take a voice recording of an idea that you had. That's been working out great for me. And then when I do park, the first thing I do is I write it down. Because we've all been guilty of having these great, bright ideas. And, oh, yeah, man, that's really good. And guess what? You get off of work or you wait a few hours and then you sit down and, oh, crap, what was I thinking about earlier? It was a really good idea. Oh, well. That's a potential life that you could have changed based on that idea, right? Don't let these ideas go to waste. So I created an idea list, and it's all based on my computer. I keep one file where I have tons of ideas that I keep on there, but I'm putting dates next to each one so that becomes a goal, not just a dream or a cool idea. But the biggest thing, guys, is when you come up with these ideas, just make it happen. Fit Club, for example, that's one of my biggest examples because that's the one I procrastinated on for almost an entire year. From the time that I thought, wow, that would be really cool to host a Fit Club, till the time I actually went out and looked for a spot, it was almost an entire year. And it was one of those times where I just hit the point. I said, you know what? I can't keep putting this off. I'm just going to do it. So I woke up on a Monday morning and said, you know what? I'm going to go make it happen. I went out that day and got my first location. Next step was I bought a projector. Next step, I got speakers. Then I got together my little contact list and I said, hey, who wants to come out and work out? And I just started making it happen. Another great example too is my recent thing you guys have probably been seeing me posting about is my Team CCF Adventures Club. I was looking around town and there was all kinds of clubs and activities, but you typically had to go into this little local rec center and you had to go pay for all this stuff, right? And there was really no group for it. You just go in by yourself and hope there's people playing, right? So I'm looking around, trying to browse around Google and find local activities like tennis and a running club and all these different activities based on hobbies I like to do. I couldn't find anything. So typically I would have just, okay, you know, whatever. I'll just wait until Trista gets home and go play tennis. So I said, you know what? I thought about every major CEO of every big business that's ever been built. It started because they saw something that wasn't there and they said, you know what? I'm going to make that happen. So I put together what I call Team CCF Adventures, and it's a closed Facebook group of all my local people around here based on building friendships. Again, you see how that ties back to the attracting people. I simply wanted to put this group together just to build friendships because for whatever reason, from the time that we're kids and surrounded by friends all day long till the time that you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, there's a disconnect that happens where your actual quality friendships disappear for whatever reason. So I wanted to break that disconnect, and I wanted to kind of bring that kid mentality back, right? Just get out with your friends and have fun. Go play. For whatever reason, adults lose that play sense. So I looked at what we had available around here, and I saw that there really wasn't a whole lot. And I said, damn it, you know what? I'm just going to make it happen. And I made it happen. We've been, for 2 weeks now, we've been getting together playing basketball games. We've been getting together and playing tennis and having a blast. Just being kids again, right? So that all ties into that just do it, rise and grind mentality. So I challenge you with that to come up with a list of 3 to 5 things that you know you've been putting off for a while. For me, for example, one of my biggest ones aside from Fit Club, because I have been hosting Fit Club for almost 2 years now, and it's been one of the biggest blessings in my life because of what I've been able to do with it. Second was my blog. I used to be so great at blogging years ago when I first started. For whatever reason, it's always been on my to-do list. Every single week I sit down and make my weekly to-do list, start my blog. I've been writing that over and over for probably 6 months now. And yesterday I had about 2 hours to kill, and I found myself sitting on the couch browsing on Facebook, and I had all my work was already done. I say, you know what? I need to be productive right now. Not because I feel like it, but because I know my productivity is going to make that board happen. So I opened up my idea list and I said, I'm going to pick one thing out of here and I'm going to work on it. And sure enough, top of the list, start my blog. I've been seeing that for 6 months. And so I just said, you know what? It's not going to happen unless I just do it. So I opened up my blog. I got a decent looking theme that I like. I made all my tabs the way that I wanted them to. I'm updating my story portion of that. I updated my about section, and I actually started it. I don't know. And now looking at it, I'm like, why did that take me 6 months to do? It took less than an hour to get that thing going. Why did it take me 6 months of putting it off? And it's like that with a lot of tasks, right? We look at everything that we procrastinate, and when you finally get it done at the very last minute, you think, why didn't I do this months ago? It was way easier than I thought it would be. So make your list of stuff that you know would help you personally and in your business, and put dates next to it. When is that going to be due by? Treat this thing like a job. You guys always hear, if you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay like a hobby. I did that for 3 years, guys. I made $50 to $70 a week was my average. I made that for 3 years. And I finally hit the point where I said, you know what? I'm treating it like a hobby. I'm going to take it up and treat it like a business. So I started treating it like a business, and guess what? Now it pays like a business. That particular one, my car, it says paid in full up there. And that's an actual picture of my car I took. I put paid on full on it. That's getting paid off Thursday because of this business. It's taken me almost 6 years to pay off a 4-year loan because of my struggles in the past, because of all that. But because I stayed consistent, that thing's done on Thursday. No more car payment. That's one of the things that can happen with this. So make your list, put dates next to it, treat it like a business. if you think about your jobs, when you go to your job, if your boss tells you, hey, I need to have this done by this time, do you just go and sit on your butt and kind of think about it? No, because you'll get fired, right? Obviously, when you're in a position with your own business, you can't fire yourself. That's why it's so much harder to stay motivated to keep doing it. But if you switch your mindset a little bit to this rise and grind mentality that I don't know what it was, but something just woke me up one morning. I said, I'm on fire now. I'm going to keep going with this. Wake up with that rise and grind mentality and treat this like a business. Be hard on yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. I did a post in the group yesterday where I said, I may be the leader of this team. I'm the one who started Team Achieve. I'm not your guys' employer. I'm not going to give you tasks to do. I'm not going to tell you when they're due by. You guys have your own goals, and these are each your own businesses. You run them however you want to run them. I'm here just to give you guys tips based on my experience. I don't have to get up here on Wednesday mornings and do these team calls. I've been doing them for, 5 months now. Every single Wednesday. I've missed like 2. I don't have to get up here and do this. But I believe in you guys, and I want it so badly for you, what I've experienced with it. I know the blessings this thing can bring, and I want to bring whoever wants to come up here with me. I want to help you guys do that. That's why I do these team calls. That's why I'm plugged in with the team right now. So you guys have that mentality of treating it like a business, because I'm telling you, it's going to suck at times. You're going to have adversity happen. Just keep rolling with it, though. Don't go through the motions. You have to actively be trying to reach some type of goal, because if you're just kind of going through the motions, trying to slap together a challenge group here and there, not going to happen. You have to set deadlines for yourself. You have to be strict on yourself. You have to wake up with passion. That's been one of the best things I've been doing all week is I wake up with passion. I am fired up and ready to go after my coffee, of course. But the point is just wake up. Don't put off your life anymore. If you think about it, there's a date in the future. It may be 1 month, 6 months, or 5 years down the road. There is a date in the future where you get to build an amazing income with this business. Each morning you wake up and put off your goals, your to-do list, your tasks, that date is being pushed out. I don't want to wait 10 years for this business to blow up for me when I can make it happen in a year, because I simply wanted to sleep in, because I didn't want to do the blog, because I didn't feel like working out. I don't want to put off making my dreams happen just because of temporary satisfaction of sleeping in 10 minutes. Because of putting off my workouts or eating the crappy food all the time. So that's why I'm so into putting deadlines on stuff right now, because I've been more strict on myself since having more time freedom than I did when I had little freedom with my time, which kind of ironic, right? As an ex-video game player who used to sleep in until 9 or 10 o'clock. And I'm just a prime example of somebody who's come from not wanting to do it, treating it like a hobby, not really being strict on myself. You're going to get paid what you put into this thing. And I don't mean hours. I mean effort and actually getting your goals done. And goals, I mean by setting your challenge group dates, getting your business information out there to people. You have to set these goals every week. That's why I'm a big fan of the business activity tracker right now, because that thing is a daily to-do list. If you are confused on what to do on a daily basis, download the activity tracker. You can find that in Coach Online Office, News and Training, Coach Training Academy, and under the resources, you'll find it in there. I also have it. I'll post it inside of a file on the group. So just go up Team Achieve, Files, and you'll find it down there. So ever since I've been being strict on myself, guys, I can tell you personally, my income has doubled in the last 6 months. Because I got strict on myself, because I said, you know what, I want to bring my wife home. I want to fire her boss now. I get to enjoy time freedom every day, and it's great, but I don't feel completely fulfilled because I want it so bad to bring my wife home, because her dream is to go to nursing school, and she can't do that if she has to work full time. you have to have that passion, that fire. That's what wakes me up every morning right now. So if you don't know really why you're wanting to build this thing, good luck. It's only going to get you so far. You have to seriously ask yourself why you want to do this, and not just some humdrum, oh, I want to make, $500 a week, or I want to make $1,000 a week. If you did make $1,000 a week, what would you use it for that would make you happy? That end result is your why. A lot of us, it's family related, and that's perfectly fine. You have to make it specific, though. What are they called? SMART goals. Smart, measurable. What's the other one? A. Was it accountability? I don't remember. I'll have to find it. But look up SMART goals, because it's going to make you be specific with them. And then just follow everything I say here, guys. I didn't get to diamond rank and firing my boss because I was doing the wrong activities. Look at any top coach. It's easy to look at what they do and pick it apart and try to do your own thing. They didn't get to where they're at because they did the wrong stuff. So for me, I follow what they do. I do challenge groups. I do fit clubs. It's obviously worked out for me. So I want you guys to just follow what I say. Of course, add your own twist. Brand yourself, because you're not just a regular coach, right? You have to find why you're different. What's your unique quality? So just a quick recap. Attract people by making friends, asking yourself, why should people follow you? How do you differ from other coaches? What makes you unique? And share what attracts. And with that, don't just share what people want to hear. Some of my posts, I'm just completely raw with people. It's funny when I do a post, and of course, some people can take offense to it because it's probably true. They'll message me and say, was that post about me? You guys have probably had that happen before. And you know what? I don't post about anyone in particular, but hey, if the shoe fits, right?
Usually if you think it's about you, there's something in there about you.
Yep, exactly. Number 2 was rise and grind, baby. Rise and grind. Wake up with passion. Every single morning you wake up, if your eyes open, God put a purpose in you. Might as well go out and fulfill it, right? And then last one I forgot to touch base on was be known as the one that makes it happen. I'll use my family, for example. I get my procrastination and laziness from my family. Growing up, I literally the most procrastinating people on the face of the planet. And they know it. I've called each of them out on it. They are the ones who know me as the one who makes it happen. Anytime they want something done, especially my little sister, Crystal, she knows she can come to me for anything and I will make it happen. I'm usually the one that gets my mom to make stuff happen. So just be known as that person who's going to make it happen, because this also plays in a role with your customers too, even your coaches. If your customers know you to put off their messages, to procrastinate everything you do, why would they want you as a coach? People want a coach who are actually going to do what they say, who are going to follow through. People want a coach who are going to make it happen, right? So aside from that, last one is the ideas list. Anything that pops into your head, it doesn't matter how small you may think it is, write it down. Keep one document. I keep a Word document open at all times on my computer now. I have one of these in my car and I have one at my desk. So wherever I'm at, if I get an idea for anything, I jot it down, because I may come back to it later and be able to add more to it. So make the idea list. And the biggest thing too is act on inspiration. Like I said, when you get an idea, write it down immediately. If you are driving, make a voice message to yourself. Do something that's going to get it down. Because if you put it off, that inspiration leaves. And if you try to think about it in the same state of mind again, it's not going to have the same effect, right? That's why I recommend anytime you do blog posts, Facebook posts, or YouTube videos, be inspired about something that you're doing. Some of my most powerful videos were never necessarily about Beachbody. Some of my most powerful videos I ever made were just because I was in the moment of inspiration on whatever topic it was. And those are the types of valuable content that are going to reach out to people. That's what attracts people. That's the kind of content you need to be putting out there. Something that's going to add value to other people, to give them a reason to be attracted to you. So aside from that, I'm done rambling for today. Hopefully you guys took something out of it. The biggest one today was just the whole attraction thing, because it's easy to think about. We're in a business where we sell product, right? We have to always be trying to gain clients, but it's never necessarily about you going out and talking to everybody and reaching everybody. It can be so much easier if you just make yourself valuable to others, because other people see you as a valuable person. They respect your time, they respect your information, and they're attracted to you. So that's why I wanted to really just nail that on the head today. So hopefully that helped at least one person out, even if it's just changing your mentality just a tiny bit. It's been really helping me out. Paired with the Rise and Grind activity, just do it. No more procrastinating, no more putting stuff off. If you know it needs to be done, just make it happen, because your life will be so much easier rather than stressing for 6 months about one project that you keep putting off. Just make it happen. It's definitely helped me out. So hopefully it helps somebody else out. Aside from that, we're open for Q&A. If you guys have any questions that need answered, everyone give a thumbs up.
I don't have a question.
Hopefully I have
But
an
I looked up goal setting SMART. It's specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound.
Attainable. That was the one. Awesome. Thank you.
We
SMART
should know that.
goals. I know, right? I follow the system. I just forgot what the A was. Anyone else? You guys all good to go? Give a thumbs up. Awesome. Well, I am off to go do a day of massage, because I still do that every now and then, just because I still love it, have a passion for it. One other quick thing about Beachbody too. A lot of people think that you need to make $1,000 a week before you can quit your job. You don't. I am a prime example of make just enough that you get to cut back from your full-time job to maybe part-time 2 or 3 days a week, and then make a slow transition, because that's exactly what I did. I've been doing massage therapy for over 6 years. Absolutely love it. Have a huge passion for it. And I was able to go from working 6 days a week at a spa that I despise to when I made my first, what was my first goal? It was like $75 a week. When I made my first $75 a week, I said, you know what? I'm going to cut back a day from the spa, because that gave me a whole extra day to put more into Beachbody. I said, okay, I'm going to hit $200 a week. So when I hit $200 a week, I was able to cut down 2 days, and then 3 days and 4 days. So finally I was down to 2 days a week doing that massage job. And I was making enough with Beachbody that I didn't lose any money, even though it felt weird because I was working so much less. Even to the point now where I still get to do massage on the side. I do house calls because I love it, and I do it all on my own. I quit the clinic I was at, so I don't have to pay rent anymore, because rent was a pain in the butt. And I'm still able to follow a passion of mine that's not Beachbody related, because I love doing it. So you can use Beachbody to supplement what you already love. You know, Dawn, for example, she doesn't have to work as a waitress, but it's something that gets her out of the house, and she loves her community. She's able to use Beachbody as a supplement to that and still be able to go out and enjoy something. So you guys don't have to, it's not black or white. You don't have to go from 6 days a week at a job you hate to full-time Beachbody. Find a happy balance, guys. That's exactly what I did. It was a slow transition. I cut down 1 day at a time as my Beachbody income grew, because as it grows, you're able to put more time and effort into it, especially with your team. I've only been doing team calls for less than 6 months, and I couldn't do them the last 4 years because I was working so much. But the more time freedom I gain, the more I'm able to give back to others. And because giving back to others, it helps my business grow, and I'm able to achieve my goals with that. So that's my last little tidbit I want to give you guys. All righty. I am out for the day. You guys have an amazing day. Remember, you are blessed. Go out and bless others. Give it back a little bit. This has been Coach Chaz. Peace.
Peace out.